Do you need a receipt maker to create a receipt that is lost, stolen, or misplaced? Well, there are many options available today that you may consider using. I wanted to go through and compare some of the top receipt makers that are out on the web and give you a look at each one of these systems and talk about the advantages of each receipt maker when you compare them to each other. So, starting off, let's take a quick peek at the first and largest receipt maker in the world, which is called ExpressExpense. This receipt maker is very simple to use. There are at least 50 or 60 different receipt templates that are available. Pretty easy. You just click, add some information for the receipt that you're wanting to make, date, time, etc. So let's click on the time here, the business, my. And as I enter in this information, I can double check to see how this looks by clicking the Make Receipt button. And once I click the Make Receipt button, I see the receipt being actually generated. And that gives me visibility to what the final receipt is actually going to look like. So pretty cool system. Enter in a tax. It looks like I can add multiple taxes. It gives me the ability to tell the system what kind of payment was used to make it appear as if that was a part of the transaction. You see that Amex just got added to the receipt here. So I'm using one of the free templates. I've got a few free templates out there. There's no watermark here. And I can click download JPEG, download PDF, or I can email it to myself. So pretty slick. They have quite a number of templates that are out there: taxi receipts, parking receipts, gas receipts, fuel receipts, grocery store receipts, a little bit of everything. And I noticed that some of these are happen to match companies that might be giving out receipts, such as Uber or Lyft, or this looks like a CVS receipt. So anyway, very useful tool, very clean and easy to use. Add our own logo if we wanted to, but the format that is provided, your data gets basically formatted into, makes a very nice receipt. Now, these guys also have a mobile app that we'll see here at the bottom. So that mobile app is available for download, and it looks and feels identical to the website. So they've done a really nice job with it. And definitely worth a look. That particular receipt maker has been around quite well and seems to be the kind of the industry leader for receipt makers. Next on our list is called Invoice Writer. So this is more of an invoice creating system than a receipt making system, but a lot of folks need both. So I clicked Fill Sample Data here. There's a lot of different templates. I can say Preview and then see how that template formats my data. That looks pretty nice. If I needed a receipt or an invoice for some material, whether it's a hotel or landscaping, this is very easy to quickly get started. I can email that receipt that I make here, or the invoice I make, to any email address, or download it to the computer. Very useful. Now, Invoice Writer also happens to have hotel receipts that are in the templates that each of the major hotel companies utilize. So Marriott, Holiday Inn, Ritz-Carlton, they're all here, and let's take a look. I would enter in, this has the sample data that we already have done, but if I hit preview, out comes the receipt in the exact same format as the particular hotel that we're looking for. So very, very useful if you are a business traveler or you are submitting taxes. I can understand how that's useful. I notice they have all sorts of things, hospital bills. Let's see what happens here. This builds out a hospital invoice, pretty slick, looks really good. So anyway, take a quick look at that. All of the templates available for the receipt and invoice maker, Invoice Writer. Notice at the bottom of Invoice Writer there are a lot of additional receipts or invoices that are available. These are basically templates that are editable and allow you to create receipts that match a particular company's format. Also pretty cool, pretty interesting way to build this out. Let's give it a quick look here. If I was to go build a Verizon, the actual invoice itself shows up, and now you just edit on screen whatever you need. So let's say we need, this is actually more like $200, and that's going to be. So let's add that to it. Something like this is a $200 bill, and we can adjust the dates, the names, etc., and then save this to a PDF, and I'll have a perfect Verizon invoice that's been updated and modified as I needed it. So pretty cool. Change any of the information you want and update it accordingly, and then finally you can just download the information or that particular invoice. This also is a paid system. I think most of these are require payment, but really cool. Lots and lots and lots of different templates that are out there. Really nice for travelers or someone that's maybe running a small business. Moving on to the next one, ExpenseFast. This one is relatively new, but also is more of a template editor. So let's take a peek at how this looks. If we go ahead and we'll register, we'll create a new account here. And you'll see that there are a large number of receipt templates that are available in this system. So it looks like there are several hundred different brand name receipts of all kinds that are here and are available for us to use. So there's Wally Park, there's MoneyGram, there's Harrods, there's Jack in the Box, Home Depot, AT&T. So the way this works, pretty simple. Once again, we can click on a Apple Store receipt and go look at this item, and we can edit directly on screen and modify things as we need it. So if this was your particular information, you might enter in your details and update what you purchased, whether that is maybe that's a MacBook Pro, and it's actually $729. We can go over and edit this. So this is the exact format of an Apple Store receipt, and once you remove the watermark by going Pro, then you can use any of those receipts any way you like, which is pretty cool. So there's a monthly and a annual plan available, $9.99 a month, pretty good deal. So check that one out. Next on our list is MakeReceipt.com, which is kind of like ExpressExpense. There's maybe 25 or 30 different receipt templates here. Same type of system. I think it's basically a copy of ExpressExpense, but this one gives you some nice options, some nice things that we can build for. If I was going to do a fuel receipt, you can enter in all the information, how many gallons were purchased, and the cost of the fuel that I purchased, and we'll see how that looks. So we'll use this same format, build the receipt, and then we can download it to our computer. So again, pay to use it. I think this one's very affordable. I think it's probably a more affordable version of ExpressExpense at, yeah, it looks like $9 a month or $5.99 a month, or even $19 if you were to go get the high-end version of it. But very, very useful, very clean and simple. Great little system they have there. MakeReceipt.com. Pretty cool. Okay, the final one is a new one we've been watching, which is called Receipt Writer. I think it's by the same folks that did an Invoice Writer. And this one for now is free, so there's quite a lot of utility here. Let's take a look here. I'm going to click on the type of receipt I want, and we'll go take a look at the restaurant receipts. So once again, we got a what you see, what you get type, editor. I'm going to click on a particular receipt, and I'll be brought to that particular receipt designer, and then I can go ahead and edit. Now the only difference, this one's interesting because this actually updates as I type. So you'll see this order is 4604. It gets updated immediately, which is pretty clever, pretty useful. I can enter in the date. It gets updated on screen, and we just continue to add all this information. And I've already pre-typed some of this stuff in the past, so therefore it appears. Same type of deal here that we go and say download a receipt or email a receipt, and it will grab this receipt and put it in your inbox for you or save it to your computer. So pretty cool. It does a really nice job for most everything, and there's a number of different options here. I can make that font quite a bit smaller. I noticed that there's restaurants, parking, taxis, a number of different options that are available that make it pretty useful. I have a feeling this one will go paid eventually. For now, it seems like it's free, but it probably won't last for long. So anyway, final one there, Receipt Writer. Take a peek at that one as well. I think you'll get a kick out of using any of these. They're all great systems. They all are extremely useful for when you need them. And I think I can recommend all of them for any type of purpose, whether you have a small business or maybe you need a receipt for tax purposes or reimbursement. So get online, check all these options out. We'll put some links in below and make sure we point to these different tools, receipt makers that are out there, and we hope this has been useful. Thanks and have a great day.